So recently over the weekend, I had a quiet time in Jeremiah and I came across, pretty sure it's Jeremiah 29:11, right? That famous verse that, therefore I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and make you successful and not to harm you. And what was interesting was the context. I'd forgotten a lot about what was the context in which that verse happened. And it was a context in which Jeremiah is prophesying that actually Israel is about to go into exile. Whereas some of the false prophets were saying, don't worry about it, things are going to be okay, God's going to rescue you, so you're not going to have to worry about it. Jeremiah was actually saying that's not what God is saying. God is saying that, you know, that he is about to give the land 70 years of rest. And to do that, the Israelites are going into exile, and he's telling them to, settle down, prosper the country and the cities that you're in this case Babylon, because as that city prospers, so will you prosper. And I think this is something we oftentimes forget about. We kind of get our little Christian huddles and we have our own music and our own little communities, and we forget that we're really called to be salt and light to the world. And so it's in this context of the Israelites are going to be in exile. They're going to have to, generationally, they're going to have kids. People are going to die there. People are going to be born there. But God is reminding them that he has a plan for them. And so for all of you guys, I just want to remind you that God has a plan for you. And I don't know what it is. I would say you don't know what it is. You probably have glimpses of it. I would say that, as throughout my life, I've seen God give me glimpses of what I'm supposed to be doing, or times when I'm really in alignment, I think, with my gifting and my calling. And those are the times which are really a lot of fun, and they're kind of the most enjoyable. I would say they oftentimes don't last. Sometimes it's like a camera shutter where you're going in focus and it's a laser focus, then it gets out of focus. And so anyway, college, I think, is a great time to not just get an education, but also to really just grow and experience life a little bit more outside the bounds and confines of our house and our home school, and to just really sort of sort it out, and to be with God and to figure out, where is your place and where is God moving and sending you in this world. So love you guys, want to support you in whatever we can do. But yeah, just remember that God does have a plan. And I think the best thing that we can do is something Pastor Ryan has mentioned. He mentioned in the sermon this week, is we can put ourselves in the right position, right? We don't know, like when you think about the weather, right? Sometimes the weatherman gets it wrong because conditions may all be right, and just for whatever reason, something unbeknownst that we don't see causes either the storm to not happen, or it causes something unexpected to happen. But what we can do is make sure that all the elements, the things that we need, the daily quiet times, the going to, church services when we can, and to listening to music, or to movies, or whatever that glorifies God. I think we put ourselves in the right position, and then at times we hear from God. At times I think God is silent. But I think our role is really to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the position so that when God is ready to speak to us, he will speak to us. Anyway, this turned into a much longer video than I had originally intended. So hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.